All right, everyone, you just picked up your bag and we're getting ready to start cooking. Let's go through it, figure out what we need to do next. So in your bag, you're going to have everything that you need to make an exciting and incredible dinner for you tonight. Caramel cheesecake for 2. You want to get that into the refrigerator. You're going to have your 2 filets. These are already seared rare on our wood-burning grills, so they have the nice smoky flavor. You're going to want to let those sit out. Do not put those back in the refrigerator. They can sit out for 1 to 2 hours, and they'll be perfect. Everything else in here, this is your garlic toast for your oysters. They can sit out as well. Your oysters, which we'll talk about, need to go in the refrigerator prior to the event. Your 2 sides, which are our garlic mashed potatoes and our sautéed mushrooms, can go into the refrigerator. Your stuffed shrimp topping for your Filet Mignon with your Beurre Blanc, that needs to go into the refrigerator. And then we provided you with all your garnishes and toppings. That can stay out. And then we provided you with rock salt, which is a garnish for your oysters. All right, so let's get to it. So right before the event, right before you get ready to cook, you want to do a couple things. You want to bring everything out of the refrigerator, get everything assembled with the exception of your dessert, and you want to turn your oven on to 400 degrees and preheat it. That's where we have ours right now. You're going to need to get a frying pan with a lid and for your steaks. And once you have those things set, we're going to be ready to go. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prepare our oysters, our oysterette. So these are wood-grilled oysters. We've already started them in the restaurant for you, and all you're really going to need to do is warm them up. All right? So you're going to need to get a cookie sheet or a sizzle plate or whatever that you use that you can put into the oven. You're going to disassemble the to-go, lay all the oysters out on the pan. These are going to cook 4 to 5 minutes. Inside your condiment section, you have some garlic butter. Okay, you're going to pour this on right when they come out of the oven. All right, so we're going to save that for later. So let's get these in. You might want to set your timer. Get them in the oven. Like I said, 4 to 5 minutes at 400 degrees. You should be perfect. All right. So while those are cooking, you're going to want to get your plate set up. So we're going to use a round plate. If you have something like this or an oval plate, you're going to set it up with your rock salt. We're going to make a chef out of you, don't worry. You're going to put a lemon garnish in the center with some parsley. Okay, so that's set up and ready to go. Put that to the side. Again, we have about 4 minutes left on our oysters. So while that's cooking, you got to start thinking about the main course because we're going to get through that pretty quickly once they're done. So you have your side items. These are going to be cold, so they're going to take a while. You can reheat them right in the pan that we're giving them to you. So take the lid off. And even though your oysters are not quite done, these are going to take about 15 minutes to get warm. So I'd go ahead and just get them in the oven. You can't overcook them. If you're 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to be fine. We're going to get those in the oven as well. All right, we got about 2 minutes left on our oysters. And we'll be ready to roll. Okay. We also provided you with garlic toast. It's in a metal pan. This only needs to be put into the oven for the final minute of your cooking time on your oysters. So we're almost there. So we're at the minute. Let's get this bread in the oven just to warm it. All right. So 1 minute from now, we'll be able to plate our oyster appetizer and enjoy these wood-grilled oysters. They're delicious. All right. We want to start preparing ourselves for our main course, which is our center cut filet mignon topped with stuffed shrimp with Beurre Blanc, which is the white wine butter sauce. We've done all the work for you. So we provided you with salted butter, okay? That's going to go into your frying pan. The secret to this is we've already prepared these fillets rare. So if you like medium rare or medium, which is, I mean, unless you're an excellent cook, you can kind of dial it in. But I'm going to say 3 minutes on each side, domed or covered on medium heat. It's very, very important that you don't make the pan too hot. You'll burn the butter. All right, so let's pull our oysters out. You can hear them sizzling. They're beautiful. They're perfect. And our bread. All right, so when you're plating these, you want to have the outside of the oyster towards the outside of the plate. You're just going to put them right around. Just like that. And then we provided you with some Parmesan cheese. So sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese, extra Parmesan cheese on these. And that shell's hot, so it's going to melt. And then we're going to pour a little bit of this garlic butter right on top. You can use a spoon or you can just pour a little bit on there. We don't want to overcook the oyster. So this is ready to go. Wood grilled oysters, that's your appetizer. All right, so we're ready to go. We served those. We're kind of ready. We haven't fired up our frying pan yet, our skillet, but we put the butter in there, okay? We still have our sides in the oven. You guys are gonna knock this out pretty quick. You're gonna eat this very, very fast, 3 oysters each. So the next thing that I really recommend that you do is grab your bottle of Amici. And I forgot to mention that we've also provided you with an old-fashioned each. This is our signature recipe in the restaurant. It's our proprietary old-fashioned. We make it with our Redemption bourbon that we actually, this is single barrel. So we actually go and pull the barrels at the distillery and make this bourbon proprietarily for our restaurant group. So it's going to be all made for you, ready to go. And all you're going to need to do is pour it over a large ice cube, and you're going to enjoy that with the oyster. All right, so that's going to be a great pairing. But then, grab your bottle of Amici Cab. So again, this is another one of our proprietary wines. We actually go out to the winery. We take the different clones. It's all state fruit. It's delicious wine. We serve it in our restaurants. You're really going to enjoy it. And it goes perfectly paired with the filet mignon and the stuffed shrimp. So take a look at that. And go ahead and get that breathing. Pop it. Pour yourself a glass. And enjoy it. It's always better to cook with wine. All right? So now we're ready for the next course. And actually I forgot to put the toast on the presentation. So let's do that. toast goes with the oysters. All right, so we're moving on. So you've enjoyed your oysters. Now it's time for the main course. All right, so we have the whole butter in the frying pan. Remember I said medium heat. So if you're using an electric oven, like a little more, like one dial past half is medium, like a high medium. All right, so get that going. Put your whole butter that we've provided in there. Let the pan get hot. Now your fillets, remember, they've been sitting out for an hour to 2 hours. And that's important because you don't want to try to cook these cold. You want to get them as close to room temperature as possible. So I think we've done that. We've accomplished that. We also have our stuffed shrimp. These are going to take, they're already cooked. So these, you're only warming them. They're going to be about 3 to 4 minutes in the oven. So when you flip your steaks, you're going to put these into your preheated oven. So we'll remember to do that. All right, so I have my pan. I'm ready to go. The butter's melted. But again, don't put the skillet too hot because you'll burn that butter. It's whole butter, whole salted butter. All right, so I take my fillets. I put them right into the butter. You can hear it should sizzle a little bit. All right, then you need to set your timer for about 3 minutes per side. And this is covered. All right, perfect. So that's good to go. You're 3 minutes on each side. I always think it's important to get your plates ready as well. We provided you with chopped parsley as a garnish. I'll show you how to use that. And I can hear those steaks sizzling. They're doing great. They're about a minute in. All right. So we're going to speed things up a little bit for you. We'll say we're at 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and put these shrimp in the oven. All right. You don't need to do anything to them. They're ready to go. So your sides are still in there. They've been in there for about 10, 12 minutes. All right? So at the 3 minute point, you're going to flip these steaks. Oh yeah, they look beautiful. And this, we've already put the color on them. So really, you're just warming them up. And you can see these things have great color on them. We're going to get it to about a medium rare, 3 minutes per side. If you like them a little bit more on the well side, you can go as much as 5 minutes per side. I wouldn't recommend cooking them any longer than that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull our sides. They're done. So we have our sautéed mushrooms and our mashed potatoes. If you have a spoon at home, a cooking spoon, that'll work, or a small spoon. You want to just stir them. These are our Charities mashed potatoes, so they have plenty of butter and garlic. They're ready to go. Now you can serve it right in this container if you'd like, or you can transfer it to, I brought out two side dishes. And it's always good if you're going to be a chef, don't forget the details. A little bit of parsley. And then our sautéed mushrooms. This is a signature recipe for Talk of the Town. We actually serve this in all our restaurants, and they're delicious. A little bit of parsley, so you have your sides ready to go. All right, so Now we're ready for these steaks. 3 minutes on each side. All right. We got some beautiful color on these things, and we're going to get ready to plate them. So this process shouldn't take long. You can see that steak has some beautiful color. 3 minutes on each side. We're going to grab our shrimp. And you can see they only been in there about 4 minutes. And they're perfectly cooked. We're going to make it easy for you. We're going to make you a chef. You're going to lay that right on top. And then we're going to provide you with Charlie's picks. You're going to put it right through the center. And then you're going to take your Beurre Blanc that we provided. And this really, you can stick it in your microwave for about 10 seconds, but really everything is so hot, you don't want to break it. So just pour that right on top. Don't forget the details, a little garnish, which will provide all this to you. And then just like a real little parsley for the plate. And Charlie's center cut filet mignon with a crab stuffed shrimp on top. I mean, if you do it this well, come by the restaurant. We may want to put you to work. All right, so you have your main course, you have your sides, everything nice and hot, very easy. We got the most important thing coming up. We have the dessert. So we're going to do this for you. This is going to bring it home. So one of our most popular desserts at the restaurant is our caramel cheesecake. And we think this is the perfect way to round out your evening. So as you can see, we provided you with a slice of cheesecake. That's plenty for two. You're going to want to take it out, put it on the plate, and then we've provided you with whipped cream. So you can get a spoon. And what I like to do is just put a little dollop on the side. Or you can put it on top, whatever you like. I like to put it on the side. And if you have caramel sauce, you can use that. I think it's got plenty of caramel on it. But caramel cheesecake. Make yourself a nice espresso, a cappuccino at home. Make sure while you're eating this, you're contributing to this great organization, doing so much good work in the community. We're so proud to be a part of it. We're so proud to be a part of this event. Enjoy your dinner. I'm signing off because I'm going to go eat some steak. All right. Thank you all for supporting Talk to the Town Restaurant Group. We couldn't do it without you. Remember, every dollar counts. Thank you. Have a great night.